Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to talk to you about the Business Accelerator. I'm Jake, and this is Cheryl. We are going to go over this today. We had a little bit of a technology snafu yesterday. We did this webinar yesterday, and it didn't record. So we are going to rerun through this presentation, and we also took notes of all the questions that were asked, and we've compiled them, and we're going to try to do our best to answer all the questions that were asked yesterday. So, this is a really, really exciting thing for us at Circadia because this is really the moment where we're trying to become the best partner we can in delivering tools and resources for you to grow your spa's revenue. We've always put the esthetician first, and this is just us trying to take it to a new level. And so we really hope you guys see the value of this program. And just as a reminder, there's a lot that comes into the Business Accelerator program. Number one, you get free shipping 4 times a month to your primary business address. We're going to talk about the elevated dropshipping program today, which is really exciting. We're also going to be you're going to be listed in our national or our partner locator for our national advertising campaign. Talk more about that. Things that we're not going to hit that much today, but are super important. You get free access to the advanced education, like the skin specialist programs. That's like a $2,000 value just by itself. We're going to be doing monthly strategic business coaching webinars. We have our first one coming up here in October about holiday, how to get the most out of your holiday sales and in your spa. You also are going to get members only discounts where we're going to do the best deals are for our accelerator members. You're investing in growing your business. We're investing in giving you the best discounts and sales. And then also you get surprise gifts on all orders over 150. You're going to get opportunity to get free stuff if you're an accelerator member. So overall, really, really exciting program. But today we're going to really focus on 2 pieces of it. The 2 pieces that have the most questions, the dropship program and the partner locator. So today's agenda is really, we're going to go over the dropshipping program, show you how to set it up, promote it, and profit from it. And then just a little bit of housekeeping, reminder that store rollouts are happening right now through the 10th for anybody that's already signed up. There's a little bit of process to this. And so we're going to kind of go through that very, very first, what to expect, how to make sure you get your dropshipping store set up appropriately and make sure you get paid. So the first thing I want to talk about is, let's review some details about the dropship program. When you get your link or your Circadia store, it's really great because this is an opportunity for you to sell things without an inventory cost or a shipping hassle. In your normal business, right? If you're doing this, if somebody places an order and you're shipping it to them, you have to package it and pay somebody to do that or do it yourself and wait and spend time doing that. We're going to do it all for you at Circadia. And just all you got to do is get your customer the right link and then they can do it and we'll handle all the fulfillment for you. It's really great. We are offering we have a commission on every sale. You can choose between a 40% cash payout or a 50% product credit to use again for your own supplies in your spa. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute because I know that there are some questions about that, but that is a part of it. Your clients are going to pay just $7 in shipping or free shipping over $150. We are actually taking Circadia, we're kind of eating some of that shipping cost for you because I don't know if you've tried to ship anything recently, but you rarely can do it for $7. So
No.
we're eating that cost in order to provide a better experience for your customer. And so it's just a really great program. We believe in you and we believe in doing the right thing for your customer.
I want to add a comment there too.
Yeah.
A lot of times people isn't your passion. I personally, retailing is my passion. But I know that when it's not, oh, sorry.
You want to say that? Go back, say that part again. I think you just had a little glitch in your internet.
Yeah. I know that a lot of our partners, you started your business because your passion is delivering skincare service and your passion might not be retailing, but anything that makes closing that retail sale easier. So the flat $7 shipping fee and the free shipping over 150, those are really tools that help you close that sale so much more easily. And the more easily you can close those retail sales, the more you build your own confidence in your retailing. So I think that it's not just a benefit to your client, it's also a benefit to you and building your retailing skills.
Fantastic. Great point. We're going to show you today the portal where you can see your orders and learn about your commissions. And just as a note, remember, these are your customers. We never market directly to your customers or contact them. They are your clients. So the most we're going to do is send them a order fulfill or an order confirmation email and a shipping email. And that's it. We're not going to be doing anything with these customers. They're your customers, and we respect that. We want you to be able to grow your business, and that's a mutual trust thing. And then we do right now currently have fixed pricing to ensure consistent retail value. We are, once we get these stores, we would love your feedback. So we'd love to have you play with this for a little bit. Once you've had this for about a month, we're going to send out a survey and ask for things that you might be interested in. I know there's some people that are interested in potentially a customer discount opportunity to pass that on. And so while it's just consistent retail fixed pricing right now, we are open to considering some ideas. So if you have some great ideas for us, please play with the system, and then we'll send out a survey in about a month and ask for your feedback of things that we can do to improve it. And we'll take everybody's feedback and see how we can partner together on making this even better going forward. This is just version 1, right? We're going to keep investing in this process to make this a great tool for you guys. Now, let's talk about getting things set up. There's some questions on this. As soon as you purchase or sign up for the accelerator, you should see in your when you log into Circadia.com, a little tab that pops up at the top that says finish your business accelerator setup. Okay. And you're going to click on that and fill out the information. I'm going to walk you through that in just a second. We'll do actually a live demo. But you'll also get a link within a few days for Work Market or ADP. This is the place where you're going to fill out your tax information and set up your banking where you can receive commissions, and also make sure that we have all the information to issue you a 1099 for the sales that you do at the end of the year. And so you want to make sure that you fill this out. Your store won't get set up until you filled out your tax information. We just need that information to be able to do it. Once that's filled out, then we'll set up your store, and it will only take a couple of business days once you've done that process. I have a little bit different timeline for different people depending on how long it takes to verify with your bank. But sometimes you can verify your bank instantly. Sometimes you have to do verify a little deposit. Once you've done all of the ADP or the Work Market stuff, it then automatically notifies us, and we'll set up your store. Once that's done, you'll get your link. Now, I will say, if you, everybody should have received their first email from Work Market or ADP. If you have not, please go check your spam folder, search for Work Market or ADP. That email has been sent, and we can only resend it every 72 hours. So if you've got it, we can't just automatically resend it, but we will have it resent after 72 hours for that link. But go ahead and search for it in your email, Work Market ADP, on behalf of Circadia, and then you should be able to get that information filled out. And I do want to show you now kind of what that form looks like. So here's my account at Circadia. I've logged in, and I can see my little button here. So I click finish the setup. And then this is where it's asking me for some details. Now, it's really important to you understand these are customer facing details. These are not we're not updating your shipping address inside of your Circadia account. We're not doing anything with this data except for taking it and showing it to your customer about where your business is located and things like that. So your company name, a tagline, if you want one, a profile picture. This could be either yourself or it could be the logo for your spa. If you're, have a lot of or a bigger spa and a nice brand, you can upload that there. Your booking site or your website, you can choose whichever one you want. The best way for them to find you and get a hold of you. This is kind of what you're going for. Um, Also, a booking or contact phone number in case they have questions they want to call you. Um, and same with an email address. Now, that data is going to be displayed both on your drop shipping site and on our partner locator, retail locator, where they can find partners that carry Circadia products or do Circadia treatments. So you want to make sure that this is the place where they can contact you. Okay, this is your best contact information for that kind of thing.
Jake, I do know we had some questions about the company name having a character limit of 20. Do we have any
we
information we can share on that?
we will yeah, right now there's a character limit of 20. We're looking to see if we can expand that. So um I think that we should be able to expand that so we have more space there. So
Okay.
go ahead and fill it out. If you need to come back and update this later, you can. And we're gonna put it in the inside your back office. You'll be able to access it um up here under Business Accelerator. We haven't put it up here yet, but it'll be up under here somewhere in the menu, and we'll send out a link to where that is. Um, but you can come back and update this data later.
Okay.
Commissions. There's been a lot of questions about this. Okay, we have two opportunities here, right? So one of them is the cash commission, 40% cash commission, or 50% product discount. Okay, how this works is if you pick the cash commission, you will get sent a check at the end of every month. You will get your commissions calculated, and you will get that direct deposited into your bank account to use that however you see fit. Or if you pick the product discount, you'll get a credit put into your Circadia a Circadia wallet that you can use online to buy things for your back bar, or more retail for in-store retail locations, things like that. And so this is really a way to, like, if you can afford it and if you can do it, it's a nice way to get that extra boost to fund product for your spa. And we do want to caution you to pick one that you think you can stick with. It's really hard for accounting to switch back and forth. So we probably will have an open enrollment period at least or once a year, maybe more, but right now it's going to be sort of once a year where you can decide which one you want to stick with and go down that route. So we don't just can't have you switching back and forth between each day. And so each month, it just creates an accounting nightmare. So pick the one that you think you'll use the most, and we will have that opportunity to do that later. Now, if you've already filled this out and you haven't got your store yet and you want to change it because you maybe didn't understand what was going on there, you can reach out to us and we can let you change it as long as hasn't been any activity in your store and we haven't already like calculated commissions and things like that. Then you can do that, and we'll give you an email address here at the end of the webinar where you can let us know that you want to make that switch. Any other thoughts there, Cheryl?
Yeah, I would love to throw out my pitch for the 50% product credit, because I think there's an opportunity to think creatively about what you could do with that money. And also thinking about the fact that this isn't 50% of your current retail income, because this website gives you the opportunity to really scale up what you're making in retail. So you're making more than what you're used to making if you are really maxing out this platform. So things like events and needing event support, raffle baskets, samples, marketing support. There's a lot of things that you could reinvest that 50% product credit in that's going to help you grow even faster in your retail business, and you're already purchasing back bar. So you do really get, in my opinion, the best return on investment, bang for your buck with that 50%.
100% agree. Great point. A couple more things on here for the physical address for the retail locator. Where do you want your where are you located? The other thing we did notice that we had some requests. There are a bunch of people who are mobile estheticians who don't actually have an office. So if you would like to hide the street address, then we have this little option you can check. Most of you probably won't use that, but if you want to, and then if for some reason you don't want your spa to show up on the retail locator, you can also opt out of being on the retail locator as well. Now,
I know we had that come up for providers that work out of their home and don't want their home address to be visible. So that's a great option for people to be visible in the program and still be able to participate, but not put so much of your personal information out on the World Wide Web.
so, yeah, perfect. The other thing I will tell you, so we use this data to create both your retail locator listing and your dropshipping site. So we can't start the process until you fill out this information. And this is where some people have gotten stuck. Now, you should get an email immediately when you sign up with a link so you can check your email, or you can log into Circadia. And if you still see this finish setup button, that means that it's we don't have all the details finalized yet from you. So fill that out, and that will start the ball rolling for the everything to get set up. We already talked about that you'll be getting the stuff from Work Market as well. Make sure you fill that out because we can't fill that. Oops, started it over. We'll cruise.
We could always use a review.
Yeah. Once that's filled out, then we have to have those two things done. So fill out the form and your tax information. Once we have that, we can set up the dropshipping site. Now, we'll go over timelines here in a minute of when you can expect other things, but those two things should happen within the first. This first email will come out to you immediately or be available immediately, and then this tax one usually is within a day or two. You'll get that email. Again, search for Work Market, and you should be able to find it. Once we set up your store, you will get a link similar to this one, circadiaretailer.com/dealer/an ID. You will be assigned an ID. This is your magic link that you want to save on your phone and start distributing to all your customers. And I'm going to show you, do a little demo of that, just so you can kind of see on that what that looks like. So from here, this is one of our this is a demo store we set up, Taylor's demo store. You can see this data. This data came from filling out that initial form that we showed you, just went through, and it's locked down. So, but it has this ID here, and if I send this to a customer, if Taylor sends this to a customer and they click around, the first thing it's going to ask them to do is if they don't have an account, they need to set up an account. They can't really do anything on the website until they've created an account and sort of locked themselves in and have been assigned to you as the esthetician or the skincare provider. And so once they fill out this information and create a login, then they can immediately log in and view some products. So I want to show you what it looks like inside from a customer standpoint. And do this backwards here. This is a custom.
I would always suggest playing around with this too. So like as soon as you get your store set up, have your husband sign up, have your best friend sign up, just so you can see what it looks like walking through with them. And it's also a great idea to, as you're closing a service and doing your book back, like offer to help them get set up with your online store while they're there. You walking them through it is the best guarantee that they get in there, and it makes shopping easier for them.
Yes, absolutely. Now they can come in and now they can shop, right? Now they can go add things to their cart. You can recommend products and say, hey, put these, here are the products I recommend. And then it's a very simple checkout process, just like any e-commerce that you've ever done before. And they can purchase, and immediately they will get, when they make a purchase, immediately they will get an order confirmation. And you will also get blind carbon copied on that order confirmation. So you will get a copy sent to your email of the order confirmation so that you know that somebody's placed an order. That's a great opportunity to either reach out to that customer if you don't know them, especially, or just to know what's going on and who's placing orders there. Just that live feed coming to your email. Now, I do want to show you. I am logged in on another browser. I'm logged in as the dealer now, up here in the corner here. This is the dealer. So if I come into here, there are some awesome things in here. Like if you go to purchase history, you can see, oh, if you're logged in, you can see purchase history and all the information. So you can see the customer's tracking number. You can see who it was. You can see their order. You can dive into their order and look at it and see all those details. The cool thing about this is once we get into the next section, we start talking about how to promote this, is you're probably going to end up seeing people in here that you don't know, right? Because now you've opened yourself up to being in an e-commerce type environment, you're going to get customers that you don't know that you can now reach out to and get them into the spa for treatments or consultations and things like this. This is a lead generation opportunity for you that is also funding your business because you're getting paid on it. So, but this is where you come in to look for, see who's doing what they've purchased, look at order history, get their contact information and all that stuff. So, the once you, yeah, that's what I want to show you that can do. So inside there, you'll get all your links and you'll be able to start doing that. Now, what do you do when you have your link? Now you can take orders. Now the question is, how do we get it out there? So here are some really simple suggestions that we'll go over in a little bit more detail on each one of these. But for sure, if you have a website or a place where you already send customers, I would create a section where you can link out to this website and say, hey, here's my Circadia retailer website or where you can get products from me. I would then email and text your clients about this new opportunity if you want to. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that and give you some assets. Social media, put it in your bio, put it in your link tree, put it on Instagram, Facebook, Meta, TikTok, whatever you use. And also we can talk about some in-spa promotion. So first, let's talk about email copy, letting your customers know. So I put together this is just text, right? Because you have your own brand and you can do, I'm sure you have your own stuff, but if you wanted to email them, here's some sample ideas for what you could send them, right? You could send them an email, customize this to be however you normally speak, but here's some ideas. And then you can tell them, here's how it works, register for an account, browse the full line of Circadia products. Remember, it's $7 shipping. And then you could maybe suggest some products that you recommend that everybody has, or you could customize it for each person that you're sending this email to, however you want. But we just wanted to give you some email copy that you could start to use to generate, get you going, get that brain moving, and customize it for your own clients. But this will send out to you as well in a document. We'll be continuing to add some more ideas into this going forward as well. The next one is, we've been investing over the last 6 months in consumer marketing videos for you. So I'm really excited to show this to you. If you have not signed up for Image Relay, this is a free service where we give you access to a lot of marketing assets at circadia.imagerelay.com. You definitely want to do that. What happens is if you go sign up for that, it often takes like 48 hours for us to approve you to get into there to get the marketing assets. But once you do, you can get in there and see stuff. Here's an example. I'm going to turn the volume off while we watch this so I can play while I'm talking. But this is for example, a commercial about Amendola milk cleanser. This is something that you can download and use yourself. And this is not selling them on the product, but then the call to action at the end is really for you, the esthetician, for them to contact you, the esthetician, or to book a treatment with you, to talk to you. It's not to go for us, but you can use this. And then you could link to that product in your dropshipping site, right? This is really customer focused. And when you go to that link, which we'll also send you, here are some of the things we've done so far. So if I wanted to go do, let's say I wanted to promote aquaporin because I really like that one, I can come in here. I've got 4 different versions. I've got a consumer ad that's tall, a consumer ad that's square. I've got one with music only because sometimes you may want to like do your own voiceover or just take snippets of that, chop it up, right? And just grab slices and dices. Depends on how good you are or how much you love doing social media. But all that stuff is there and you can just simply download these videos and then use them on your social. And we're going to continue to add to this library. We're starting with our top 20 products, and so we're adding to that all the time. But this is a great way for you to have sort of a built-in ads. If you don't know what to say or don't know what you want to do or are shy on camera, you could just post this. But do your own thing and then use your link, tell people they can buy it through you, and they just have to create an account first. Really, really easy way to do some of that stuff. Other ideas are signage for in-spa promotions. Cheryl, you had some ideas on this that I thought were pretty awesome that you could use. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. Yeah, so one thing that I want to point out about having the in-store signage or in-spa promotion is that this doesn't necessarily replace your in-spa retail. If you've got retail in spa, these can work symbiotically. So I would pop this restock signage with your QR code to your storefront in a plexi and put it right on your retail shelves if you've got a retail display. And what I would suggest is really analyzing your business as far as like what are the most commonly purchased SKUs? You want to have those for the instant gratification in spa, and that wouldn't change for me. I would still want the client to be able to walk out with product whenever possible because clients love that. But this is another option, and it also opens you up to not having to carry in store the things that maybe you weren't moving as quickly, but you still want to have access to suggesting them. So I love these being together. The other thing that I'm a big fan of is the prescription pad that's available on Circadia.com. If you have not purchased the prescription pad, I highly, highly recommend it. And you could get stickers printed with your QR code and pop those babies right on your RX pad so that the client that isn't purchasing with you live that day, you could write out what you're recommending, why. So I love to include some notes about your consultation. So you're really drawing the line for them between because you told me this, I recommend this. And you're sending them home with that list of products that's their best case scenario for home care. And then the QR code for how to get it. But also put that QR code everywhere. Once you've got it, like back of your business card, link in bio, referral cards if you use them, if you have a referral program, just like wallpaper, put it everywhere. Oh, you're muted, Jake. I'm sure you're sharing a brilliant idea though.
Oh, I can't repeat it. It was too good. No, I love that idea because I do think, in marketing and sales, like you never want to complicate a sale, right? So if you have retail in-house, like, and somebody's there on site, sell them the things that you have. Like that's always the best. But this is for those opportunities where it doesn't make sense, right? They can't get back into the spa for a restock, or they can't make it in, or like I love that prescription pad because they may not be ready right now, but they will. And I also thought about, I mean, a lot of times people, especially during COVID, did a lot of like Zoom consultations type things initially.
Yeah.
And this would be an awesome opportunity for something like that if you're doing some sort of mobile or digital consultation. But
Yeah.
QR code is one we just use for display. Obviously, you would create your own QR code. You can do that for free on a number of different websites if you've never done it before. But just go make your own and point it to your link.
Yeah. One more plug I would give, just as a person who loves retail. I know that some people choose to primarily focus on drop shipping versus in store. And what I would say to that is if you are doing that, I highly, highly recommend at a minimum bringing in 2 or 3 aromas of the lip hydrator just to have it point of sale so that when you're checking someone out from their service for the day, you've got that lip hydrator, you just applied it to them at the end of their service, they're standing there smacking their lips, smelling how great it is. You want to have that instant gratification because I will, when I die, they'll find me buried under a pile of lip products because it doesn't matter how many you put in front of me, I'm going to buy another one. So that on hand is just a real easy segue into retail. And then I would put your QR for your storefront right next to your display of the lip hydrator. So you're going to get the instant hit of the lip hydrator. You've really kind of bridged the gap of them seeing you as retail and service, and you're showing them how to make a further retail order once they get home.
Love that. A couple of questions that we got yesterday that I just wanted to address right here while we're talking about this program. We currently don't have a out of stock notification, but we are working on that right now. So if there's something that's out of stock and they want to like get notified when it's back in stock, but we actually at Circadia are trying really, really hard. We've invested a ton in new technology and processes to try not to ever run out of inventory anymore as much as possible. So hopefully that will be happening less and less. But we are working on that as well as there was another question actually about financing. We're not currently offering financing like an Affirm or something like that. Just from the liability standpoint from both you and us, that's not quite something we're ready to do internally on this yet. So, but there was quite a few questions on that. And you really, those things, if you've never been on the business end of those things, the liability is still with you. So, let's see, what other questions do we have on here?
Oh, one more promotional shout out. Include the link to your store in your email signature.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one. We kind of already talked about commissions. I think that is the majority of the questions right there. So I'm going to move on and let's talk about this. New packaging.
Gorgeous.
Do you want to talk about it, Cheryl?
Yeah, if there was a crowd behind me, you'd hear them cheering right now. One of the things that I love about this is we all love a good unboxing video. So just imagine the promotional opportunity that exists with your client receiving something that's so pretty that they want to record an unboxing video. You can record an unboxing video, and if your client is showing an unboxing video of the order that they placed from you, this is where you get that viral storefront of people you've never heard of placing orders for you. So I love the opportunity this presents. And it's just, we are offering packaging that lives up to the experience. And I just am in love with it. It's so pretty.
Yeah, awesome. And this will, so when orders are placed through this drop shipping site, they automatically get pulled and picked in a different sort of line, and they'll put this in this gorgeous packaging. So that'll happen automatically. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Really excited about that. There were some questions about, is this replacing drop shipping the way we've done it in the past? And I'll be honest, like we've had a kind of clunky. The answer is yes. This is a much better experience. Number one, also it's designed for your customer. I know in the past we've had like a drop shipping orders where sometimes like where the customer would see your pricing, not their pricing. We just want to make sure everything's streamlined for the consumer. So we put a lot of effort into this on this level, and we're eating the shipping on it. And so this is a great opportunity. Again, this is going to be a much better experience than you've ever been able to have before with Circadia.
So much less work on your end too, not creating separate orders for each dropship order. It really has the opportunity for you to be making sales and commission passively. You're not putting any of your own payroll time or an employee's payroll time into packing orders internally if you were doing that, or placing extra orders. Like it's all happening behind the scenes without you having to invest your precious time resource into it.
Absolutely. And here's some other exciting stuff. We're going to try to driving more traffic to you as well, both for treatments and you will probably see some benefits and some lift on this on your retail or on your dropshipping stores as well. So we are starting this month a new national advertising program to consumers for professional treatments like our signature facials. That's what we're focusing on. But there's going to be some cool opportunities I'll show you in just a second. But so we built an exclusive online retail locator for our national advertising program. Okay. And so when you fill this out, I'll show you a demo. Then you're going to be placed on this retail locator, and we're going to try to drive qualified leads to you, not just be listed, right? That's where most retail locators fall short, is you're just there. We're actually trying to drive leads and source a revenue to you on a national level. So here's kind of how it will work. Let me show you at partners.circadia.com. We will be driving, like your customer might see an ad, or sorry, a consumer might see an ad for, let's say, a Lux Lift facial, right? And they will come to this page and they can look for somebody who can do a Lux Lift facial. So I've already kind of pre-filled this information out, but they're acknowledging right here, this is really cool, that Circadia is going to provide them a list of estheticians, and they're going to provide my contact information to the closest one. So when I submit this, I have a big radius of 400 miles. So, but look, I have the closest spa so far, and this address that I put in is 39 miles away. And they have sent we sent an email to Megan that says, hey, this is this person is interested in a Lux Lift facial. So you would actually get, if you're the closest spa, you will actually get an email that says, so-and-so is interested in a Lux Lift facial. Please reach out to them. Here's their contact information. Now you get that email, pick up the phone, call them and say, hey, I saw you we're interested in getting a Lux Lift facial on Circadia's website. My name is Megan and I run this spa, and that information was passed on to me. Would love to get you booked. Now, this is an opportunity. This is just like anybody calling. This is like a hot lead. They've said they're interested already. You already know they're interested. So now you can get on the phone and learn more about them. Get them in for a consultation. However you do your business, just remember this is like a lead, and you are the professional. They may be interested in a Lux Lift because they saw an ad, but after a consultation, maybe they don't need a Lux Lift. Maybe they need a Lux Lift and something else, or maybe it's a totally different treatment because they don't understand what's going on with their skin. We're not trying to say you have to do a Lux Lift facial. We're just bringing them in the door with that ad. You're the professional. You're the one that can prescribe basically what you feel like should be best for them. But use that as a lead generation opportunity and have that conversation and help that customer out. And that's something that we're trying to drive to you. Any other thoughts on handling that, Cheryl, or what that call?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like that's someone who is, that they're looking for a service. So now you are a service provider and you are offering to fill that service. But 100% the consultation is the most important part, so that you're really speaking to being on their agenda. What are their skin goals? How can you help address their skin goals? And you want to make sure that what it was they were searching for is actually what's best for them.
Absolutely. So there's some cool things in here as well. We're rolling this out this week. So right now you can see this is the information that these people filled out in their form that we asked them at the first. We will show your partnership level. If you are in a partnership, you will see this. If you don't know what a partnership level is, then talk to your business or your account manager. But we will show your partnership level. And then we are also going to display badges for skin specialist certifications that you have taken on Circadia University and completed. So, for example, if you took the Peels Skin Specialist certification, we will have a badge that shows up here. Now, we're migrating all this data over this week. So if you've taken the course and it doesn't show up here yet, don't worry. That stuff's all automated so that when you finish the course, it will then show up here. But the historical information has not been imported yet. So we're going to import all that historical information. I would say by October 10th, if you see that you're missing some certifications in here, then you can reach out to us. But don't worry about it. We're populating all your certifications in here for that over the next week before we start that advertising program, kick that off mid-month. But you can see.
And quick shout out that there is a Find Your Account Manager link on Circadia.com if you go under Tools and Resources. If you're not sure who your account manager is, you can find them there.
Yes. Find your account manager right there.
Yep.
You can click on that. Ta-da!
If you want to see all their cute faces and know that they're real people, they are. And that's where you can find them.
So this system right here is going to be so awesome. And then we have not done this yet, but we are going to be also adding in your dropshipping website in here as well so that they can find you. And so even though we're advertising a service, they may click around and realize that they want to buy a product from you. But we're going to be advertising those professional services nationwide. But your site will be listed here. So if they do want to find your site, you can. So now some advice. If it was me, and I was signing up for this right now, I don't want to say that there's a first mover advantage, but there is a first mover advantage here, right? Because when you share your link and somebody registers with you, they're sort of locked in as your customer. And so there's an opportunity for you to build not just a source of revenue with your existing clientele, but also with beyond that right now, right? The cool thing about this with dropshipping is, right, we have customers. You might have a customer who comes to you, but then moves or for some other reason can't come in or moves to across the country. Well, you can still service that customer for their retail products through here, and they can continue to buy from you and build up that residual source of revenue, so to speak, through this. So the biggest thing you want to do is make sure that if you're going to participate in this program is to get your clients registered so that they're underneath you, right? Take advantage of being the first to market with this opportunity to promote your store and get the low-hanging fruit out there before other people get out there and start marketing it too. So you guys took a chance, and we're so grateful that you guys see the vision of this. But I want you guys to have the benefit of getting out there and getting going first and get that low-hanging fruit, because it really is going to be an awesome program that we're going to be driving traffic to. But you want to make sure your customers are on board with that.
Definitely building ordering habits with your customers is so valuable. I mean, I think about online retailers where maybe I flirted with their emails and their website for months before I placed an order. And I'm sure you can all think of examples too, where it's like, do I need that? I don't know. And then when I finally place an order, now I'm a regular customer, because it's like, once we get that first purchase out of the way and they have their account set up, then the reorder is so easy. It's just oh, you know what? Do I need another bag of overpriced coffee? Yep, sure I do.
Get that impulse going. Some expected timeline and some support. Okay, so just a reminder, your link for the accelerator details form should be sent out immediately, or it should be available immediately on Circadia.com when you're logged in. Your retail locator will go live within 24 hours after you fill out that form. It doesn't, without that information, we don't push it live. But the retail locator listing will go live within 24 hours. You will also get a ADP or work market email. You should receive that within 2 business days. Fill that information out. Once you fill that information out, then we can fill that out. So once your dropshipping site cannot be filled out unless we have or set up unless we have that. So give us 3 days after you do the work market or ADP and the banking paperwork. And that timeline will then dictate us being able to get you your dropshipping site. If you've done all that stuff and you filled out the ADP stuff and and it's been 3 days, after, of course, this first week, like we're rolling out till the 10th. So I would say after the 10th, if you've done all this stuff and it gets to the 10th, then please reach out to accelerator support at circadia.com. This is a special email that we've set up just for accelerator members, for technical support, things like that, questions about the program. But that's where you can go for that.
Love having a dedicated go-to, adding that to my email contacts.
Yes. And then just as a reminder, I just have some extra slides here, so I thought I'd just run through them since we have them. But remember that you get access, it's more than just the drop shipping in this. You get access to these skin specialist courses. So especially the skin, like the aging and the chemical and the peel, like you take those courses, mixology, oncology, you get these badges that look like this. These are the badges that will show up in that retail locator. So if you're an annual member, you can go get those courses now and start going through them if you haven't already done them. And if you're monthly, you get one per quarter. So you should have already received an email with a coupon code that you can use. And because you're an accelerator member, that coupon code only works for accelerator members. But you can get one per quarter of these programs. So go ahead and go get them if you haven't done that. It will enhance your retail locator experience and what you look like on there. If you show up and you have 4 certifications done and the one below or the one next to you only has 1, it could influence their decision on who they decide to call. Okay. Strategic business coaching, we talked a little bit about that. Our first one's going to be about retail, holiday retail, and holiday promotions. So that's we're going to send out an email with that very shortly. Remember that exclusive member only sales are going to be happening where you're going to get at least twice a year. We'll have a 20% sale, and our best discounts are going to be for our accelerator members. And then surprise gifts on orders over 150. And we already kind of went over this slide, so no need to do that. But it is much more than just a dropshipping website. We are really investing in the whole esthetician. We almost called this program the 360 program because we were trying to take care of the esthetician from a 360-degree angle of trying to cover all the bases that we could. And you already know the price since you already signed up. So Cheryl, are there any other questions on our list that we maybe that came in yesterday that we forgot to answer or didn't answer today?
I believe we got to everything that was asked, but we do have the dedicated email now if something wasn't answered, or also be sure to connect with your account manager. They're here to assist and support you also. We really want to make sure that you are able to make the most of this program as our early adopters. We want to make sure that we work very closely with you to help you get the most out of this. We appreciate you jumping right in with both feet, and I know that there's going to be some amazing success stories, and we want to hear them.
Yeah, we'd love to. And I was just thinking about this the other day. If you just did 3 orders a month extra that you didn't do before through this program, 3 extra orders, and let's say the average order is $150. That's like $5,000 extra in sales a year with 3 orders a month. And so if you kind of extrapolate that out, like this could be a very big piece of your business going forward. But just 3 orders a month would be is $5,000 worth of sales, right? And then you get your commission on top on that and everything. But it's not a high hurdle to make this pay for you, bring in some extra money for you and your business. So let's work together. Again, we want you to play with this for a month after we roll it out, and then we're going to ask for some feedback on feature development, things that you want. I know that one of those questions, some of those questions that right now might be, do you want the ability to have a, like maybe a first time customer discount? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. That's could be an optional thing, right? But some sort of incentives, like do we want to do incentives inside of there for, holidays and things like that? We're going to ask for your feedback so that we can really build this program to tailor to what you needs, but we don't want to overstep. We want to make sure this is your business. We want to make sure that we're not cutting off any margin, and we're maintaining the integrity of high value products for Circadia. But we really are excited about partnering with you and helping you grow your spa business and your revenue and trying to drive customers to you. It's really what we're about at Circadia. So we're really excited, and thank you so much for believing in us enough to sign up and give this a shot, and let's make it work.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody.
Thanks, Jake.
Talk to you soon.